Hi everybody, welcome to your Pilates mat class. In this class we'll be utilizing a resistance band if you have handy. If you don't, a big beach towel will work well too. Make sure you have your mat set up and some water. You may want to dress a little bit warmer for this because we will be laying down for most of the class. Please use this class to help you stretch out as well as unwind to get ready for bed at the end of the day. All right, grab all your props and let's get started. We're going to begin lying down on the mat. Make sure your band or your towel is right by your side so it's handy. Your whole body's just going to lay out long here. Eyes open or closed. Just let your body sink and melt down into the floor or mat. Almost like you could sink down into warm sand on the beach. Just find your breath to start. Inhales through your nose. Exhales out, either through the nose or mouth. Just take a couple more at your own pace. Breathing in. Emptying all that air out. And as we breathe, we're just decompressing from the day here and checking in with your body, noticing how that feels. Noticing what parts of your body may or may not be touching the mat. And just breathing deeper into the spaces that aren't in contact with the mat or floor. Allowing them to soften, allowing them to sink. And as you breathe here, become a little bit more aware of your surroundings, even though your eyes may be closed. Just hear and listen to the sounds in the room, as well as becoming aware of the smells you may be experiencing too. Just taking a mental note of those, not having to do anything about them, but just experiencing them as we lay here on your mat. One more huge breath in. Fill up. And then empty it all out. From here, we're just going to do a little point and flex at your feet. Point and flex, and eventually we're going to go a little bit quicker. Moving in your ankles. This is called a body rock. Now with this body rock, it may feel familiar to you if you've gotten massages before. Just a nice way to add some warmth and some heat to the body. Letting all your cells move a little bit here. Breathing in. Breathing out as you do this body rock. You can go as slow or as fast as you need to today. Take it with your own breath, with your own pace. And as we do this body rock, just become aware of what parts of your body are moving easily and what may not be moving quite so easily. Just breathing into it as you go. I'm going to take it a couple more breaths here. Doing great. Just adding in that body rock, back and forth through the ankles. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax your feet, let your body be still, let your body be heavy on the mat. And just take a mental note, experience how that feels in your body. Maybe we create a little extra warmth, a little extra heat. Maybe there's even some relief already into your back or your hips from the day if you've been on the computer or sitting a lot. Let's take one more huge breath here in through your nose. Exhale, release. Carefully wiggle your fingers and toes. Create some movement, some circulation. Circle at your wrists. Circle at your ankles. One direction. And then circle the other way. Just lubricating our joints here. Bringing the fluids through the body. Good. Now we'll hug your knees into your chest. Do a little rock or sway side to side. You can even draw circles here if that serves you. Just again, bringing that fluid more into our back, our hips, our spine. If you've done your circles, make sure you reverse them. Just lubricating our joints here. Well done. Carefully pause at center once you're even. Rest your feet onto the mat. Legs and feet hip distance or a little wider if you need to modify. Arms pressed to the mat first. Tuck your tail, peel your hips up and just take a bridge. Hold the bridge for me. From here, allow your arms to stretch overhead if you can. We're just going to hold here for a couple breaths. It's a nice gentle inversion, draining our lymphatic system. Letting your arms be heavy, just exploring that range of motion you might have today. Turning on the muscles through your back and your seat as you breathe. You may even feel the quads and the hips stretching as you shoot your kneecaps away from your shoulders. Let's take that one more huge breath in. Slowly round your spine back down, inch by inch. Arms pressed to the mat. Let's take that one more time. Peel your spine and hips up high. Push through all 10 toes. Anchor the heels, stretch the arms back overhead. Find your breath. Pressing your shoulders down into the mat to help stabilize you. Turning on your hamstrings, your glutes. Opening up through the whole front line of the body. Waking up your posterior chain as we hold. Then slowly, inch by inch, descend down. Once your tail's heavy, arms pressed to the mat. From here, let both knees come to your right side, arms to a big letter T. Now your bottom foot, your right foot, is going to cross on top of your left foot or ankle here. Nice little gentle spinal twist to begin. From here, we rotate your head in the opposite direction if you can to the left. Breathe deep here. Now the hips may be off the mat, but try to press your shoulders down into the mat. And make sure your abs pull back and in slightly to support this spinal twist. Gravity is helping us stretch here as we breathe deep. Just taking a mental note of how that feels, maybe down your IT band or into your back and hips here. One more huge breath in. Empty, release, set the foot down onto the mat, knees come back through the center. We switch sides, knees fall to the left. Eye gaze to the right. Bottom foot on the left crosses over to the top knee if you are able to. Stretch and breathe here. Eyes open or closed, whatever feels good to you. And again, just check in, notice how that feels in your body. Maybe you're able to go a little bit further on one side than the other. That's okay. That means you're human, right? We all can't be perfectly symmetrical. But this nice little workout flow we're doing today is going to help balance you and realign you so you can get a more restful sleep in. One more huge breath here. Carefully
Carefully release the foot back to the mat. Knees come back through the center. From here, let's hug our knees back into our chest. Hold onto your knees. Now, similar to the reformer work we do with feet in the loops, we're going to do knee stirs here. So knees come away from you. Draw a circle as you open, round, and come back together. As we do these circles, moving at your own pace, want to keep as much of your back flat to the mat as possible. Abs sinking in as you breathe. Let's go 2 more this direction. Exhale through, reverse that up. Just lubricating our joints here. Nice and slow and steady as you breathe. Doing great. Let's go 2 more. Loosening up the back and hips from the day. Well done. Knees through center. Hug them in tight to you. Give them a squeeze. You can do a little sway side to side. A little rock front to back. If you feel comfortable, carefully rock and roll up to seated. Let's grab onto our bands next. You're going to unwind it. Make sure it's nice and even. You will be holding onto the tail ends. Even if you have a towel, hold onto the tail ends. We'll lie back down to the mat. Right foot first comes into the band. Try to make sure as much of your foot is covered by the band as possible. Other knee can start off bent. You can double up around onto the band too if you want a little extra tension here. Just going to be stretching out the right hamstring to begin. Now if you do want a little bit more, left leg can be out long onto the mat. It's always up to you, personal preference, where you need to be. Now keeping that right leg straight, try to move it down a little. And then pull it back to you. Just a little lift and lower here. That lift is coming from your belly sinking in. It's a nice little dynamic move here. Exhales up. Take it 3 more times. It's that gentle movement. Tailbone heavy 2. Lift and hold it there for me. Flex your foot back to you. Try and straighten through the knee as best you can too. 1 more huge breath, stretching out the hamstrings, the back of the leg. And then the leg comes across your body. Lead with your heel, turn out with your toes, but keep your bottom from wanting to lift off the mat. This is revisiting that nice IT band and hip stretch again here. We're just going to hold for a couple breaths. Belly sinking, shoulders even relaxing back and down a little bit more. Gentle grip, just holding onto your band. Make sure you're not clenching here as well. 1 more huge breath. Leg moves through center, and then allow it to open out to the side. Now you may not go as far as I am, that's okay. You want to make sure your hips again do not lift off the mat. We're stretching through the inner thigh, through the groin area now. Really allowing that to open up and release. Both shoulders still on the mat as we breathe deep. Just allowing that stretch to happen here. One more big exhale, leg moves back through the center, using the band to guide you. Let's switch sides. Make sure most of your foot's covered. Other knee can stay bent, or it goes out long and straight. It's up to you, what feels nice. Allow the left leg to lower away from you. Keep it as straight as possible. Lift it back up using your core. Now ideally with these, we want to be able to come to about a 90-degree angle. If your flexibility doesn't allow though, that's okay. And keep in mind, these will change day to day. Take it 3 more. Lifting up for 2. Lift and pause. Now from here we hold for a couple breaths. Flex the foot, toes come back to you. Lengthen through your knee. Breathe here into the hamstring, the back of your leg. Relax your shoulders, heel leads, leg comes across the body, that IT band stretch. Bottom stays heavy and anchored as we breathe. Just again, taking note, listening to the sounds around you as we breathe. One leg may be able to go a little bit farther than the other. That's okay, we're just taking a mental note of which side feels looser. One more exhale, leg moves through center, allow the leg to open out to the side. Stretch that IT bands. Gently holding onto your band or towel, trying not to grip. Trying not to let that tension creep up into the upper body. Just using the band or towel for support. Using it as a guide. One more huge exhale. Your abs help bring the leg back through center, and then both feet come into the bands. You can lighten up that tension a little bit if you need to here. Make sure again your toes are covered by the band or towel. Legs to ceiling, knees get to bend, 90-degree angle or tabletop, and then we straighten. Hopefully they should feel a little more even as we bend and straighten. Using your breath, sinking your belly in as we go. Take it for 2. 1 and hold, toes pull back to you, toes reach up to the ceiling. Moving at your ankle, we point and flex. Feeling that nice inversion with the toes and legs up overhead, above the heart. Again, this helps drain our lymphatic system. Let's go for 3 and 2. 1 more. Good, knees bend back to tabletop. Let's get a little bit of core work in here. You can just curl up your upper body. If that doesn't feel good, keep your head down. Slowly release. Feel your ribs to hips. Exhale, curl up. Lower away. With this last time, we curl up and we stay. Using the band to help you push away like footwork. Bend back in. Push out long. Pull back in. So again, it's almost like a squat even if you were standing up here. Reach and bend. Strengthening our core to help support our back. Let's go for 3. Take it out 2. 1 more. Bend in, rest down, release. Let's let go of the band or towel. Unwind it, place it off to the side. And come back out long onto your mat again for me. Once you're there, arms overhead, form a big letter X. Now from here, right leg stays to the corner. Left leg is going to cross over at the ankles. And then left arm crosses over at the wrists. Take a half banana shape here and feel your whole side body stretch. Try to keep your shoulders, arms, legs, and head as heavy onto the mat as you can. This is more like a yoga pose here in this half banana shape. Just breathe into it all the way from your ribs to your hips. Being that gentle passive side bend here. Let your body sink heavy for 2 more breaths. Last inhale deep. Exhale, release. We open to a big letter X. Find center, switch up sides. So right ankle crosses over the left, right wrist over the left. Half banana shape here. Take up as much of the mat or the floor as you can. Allow your arms, shoulders, head, all to be heavy. We're keeping your hips level. We're feeling that stretch even down the IT band a little bit here, through the hip. Just breathing deep, filling up the lungs, and emptying it all out. 2 more big breaths for me. Last time, inhale through your nose. Empty it all out. Come back to that letter X. Let your arms rest down by your sides. Knees bent, feet flat. And then allow the soles of your feet to come together. Let your knees open wide. Get 1 more big, nice stretch here for your hips and your inner thigh. Palms can even face the ceiling if you want to open up through your shoulders and chest a little bit more here. In yoga, this is a reclined butterfly pose. So just breathe into it here. Surrendering down into the floor, down into the earth, down into your mat. Kind of imagine that you'd be in the water, just floating in this position. Riding the waves of change. Drifting, almost like a log on the water. One more huge breath. Inhale deep. Exhale it all out. Legs extend out long. And just like we did at the beginning, we're going to stay here, get nice and centered on your mat if you have it. Palms either down or up. And just point and flex at your ankles. That body rock we did in the beginning. Breathing as you go, just checking in and noticing how your body has changed from when we started this workout. Noticing the extra movement that is happening through your spine. Noticing the temperature of your body, the temperature of the room. Again, becoming aware of any smells surrounding you. A couple more deep breaths with this body rock. We take it for 10, 9, 8, 7, breathing 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Let your body be heavy. Let it relax. Letting go completely. One more huge breath in through your nose. Big exhale, let it out, sigh it out. Carefully wiggles your fingers and toes. Circle the ankles, circle your wrists, returning back to life. hugging your knees into your chest, just moving at your own pace, not rushing at all. Rock side to side, rock front to back, make circles, whatever serves you. Bring some fluids back into your low back and your hips here. Then carefully come up to seated. You can rock and roll if you're good with that.
I hope you enjoyed our workout today. I know it was a little different, a little slower paced, but I love spending time with you. I hope I'll see you again soon. Take care.